I hear the voice of the parents if they are here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for being sparing your time with us. Anushka, you also better put your video on. Shashwat, put your video on. Mugdha told me her mother is not at home. Ojas, Arjun, any of the parent can be with you, no? Mother, father, whosoever is at home right now. So, good afternoon once again, dear parents. Good afternoon, children. So, here I begin. This session is about COVID 19, as we have informed you. Most of the things are already known to each and every one of us here because around so many months have passed. No, around where it is just going to complete 1 year only. This disease started in the month of December only 2019, and next month it is going to be one complete year. But still, we need to discuss about the disease again. Why? Because it has now again started spreading a lot, and again it is becoming hindrance in our day-to-day life, though we were not back to our own normal life, but still it again has interrupted here, no? So why this all happened? Though we were knowing so many things, we know that medicines are yet not available, vaccine is also not available, but what is there then? What we could do now? Only the precaution is the remedy right now. By the time we are not getting all these things, vaccines, medicines and all, so only precaution is the remedy right now. And many of the precautions we have discussed earlier, everyone knows, everywhere we are seeing, listening, hearing. But then why the disease has again started when it was under control? It came under control, no? But again it has started. So nobody knows the exact cause. Only the thing is that we can take the precautions and precautions. So this session is, dear parents and children, for a reminder to follow on those precautions again. Maybe there is some slackness, some lightness, or we are not that much alert that it has again started growing. So here I'll share a screen with you, which our government has also given to us, that which we should follow the precautions. The screen is here, COVID-19, the disease on which we are going to talk today, and especially the part is precautions. Okay, what this disease is, it is COVID-19, coronavirus disease 2019. 19 is because it was, first of all, came into existence, or we came to know about it in the month of December 2019. It is caused by coronavirus named as SARS-CoV-2. And what are the common symptoms of COVID-19? These are the fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing. These things we know. But what is happening nowadays when we are getting such symptoms? Are we that much alert as we used to be earlier? So, this is a reminder session only to again be alert and take precautions. So, here, if you are having such kind of symptoms and it becomes a confirmed positive case, suppose we have gone through the testing of this and it is a confirmed positive case, then immediately call the state helpline number, Ministry of Health, Family Welfare, or you can contact your nearby doctor and the hospital. That is to be done immediately. Don't think that this disease is going to be cured on its own and we need not to tell, we will quarantine on our own. And what was the precautions? First was hand hygiene, respiratory hygiene, social distancing, and the high risk group. So these all 4 points we are going to discuss today. First of all, hand hygiene, because it is needed because the mode of transmission is mainly through the hands. Okay. First, see, sneeze, cough by infected person, infected droplets are there, and these droplets somehow gets attached on our hand palm, and when touch any other surface or person through that hand or palm, the virus gets transferred. Sneeze, cough by infected person, the droplets will go around in the atmosphere, and these droplets may stick to some of the railings or some of the places which if we might touch, then again those droplets get on our hand, and then so is the case that the virus gets transferred. Hand hygiene, what it is, we were listening about it so since so many months, what hand hygiene is, use of sanitizer, washing of hands. But here I want to ask whether we are following those things as we used to follow in the month of March and April this year 2020. Is there any kind of slackness or decrease in our alertness? That if it is not, it is very good, and if it is, then we should again be more and more cautious, because the disease has again started spreading with a double rate, I can say. Hand hygiene is a way of cleaning one's hands that substantially reduces potential pathogens, harmful germs on the hands. Hand hygiene procedures include hand washing with soap and water for at least 40 seconds, or use of 70% alcohol based hand rubs. Wash your hands often with soap and water for 40 seconds, especially after you have been in a public place or after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing. Use a hand sanitizer at least 70% alcohol based. If soap and water not available, cover all surfaces of your hands and rub them together until they feel dry. So here, when we are using hand sanitizer, we have to put on everywhere in our hand here, between the fingers and all, and we have to leave it for few seconds till the whole sanitizer gets evaporated, and we have a feeling in our hand that it is now dry. And the other case was if tissue paper or handkerchief is not there and we are suppose sneezing in our hands, and then immediately we should go and search for the place where we could wash our hand. Okay, that is to be now followed again, which we were doing earlier, but maybe now we are not doing that much. We are not taking so much of the precautions. And what is not to be done? Touch your eyes. Do not touch your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. This is to be followed every time. It is something that we should follow every time, whether it is related to any disease or not, because some or the other infections are always there, and throughout the day we should just avoid touching our eyes, nose, mouth with unwashed hands. Touch surfaces like, don't touch the surfaces like doorknobs and doorbells, elevator buttons, handrails, support handles, chair backs, ATM surfaces, mobiles, jeep handles, etc. As if now we know that we being the parents have to go out for our job, our work, for grocery, for many other purposes, ATMs and all. But earlier we were very much cautious that when we were using the ATM and all, we were just putting the sanitizer, or coming back after we were taking the bath, changing our clothes and all. So those all things, if we are following right now also, it is very good. We are not getting the disease. And if we are not following, we should follow. Okay, just a reminder session this is. And what is respiratory hygiene? Respiratory hygiene is a combination of measures taken to stop the spread of germs through respiratory behaviors like coughing or sneezing. Do use a handkerchief or a tissue to cover your face while coughing or sneezing. Do throw the used tissue immediately into a closed dustbin. Do cover your sneeze into your bent upper arm in case you are not carrying a tissue or a kerchief. So that is a vampire sort of sneezing, this one. Upper arms inside the elbows, because the droplets will not spread out into the atmosphere. They will remain there, and afterwards we can go and wash. Do wash hands immediately after you have covered your sneeze or cough. And what we should not do, we should not use other ways of covering your face like the pallu of the sari or the chunni or the gamcha. Gamcha is a cloth which men put on their shoulder. We should not use these things for our coughing or sneezing. Do not spit in the open. Always use a spittoon or wash basin for spitting. These all things we were knowing already, but still we want to just brush up it once again. And here is a case study which everyone must be seeing when we are going out for some or the other work, maybe on the grocery shop or the vegetable shop. So here is a case study. For this I want that just give a thought for 1 minute in your mind that what you would be doing when such situation will come in front of you and what is expected to be done. So Smita has gone out to buy vegetables. She has a sore throat and is often coughing without covering her face. You are in the shop when she comes and suddenly she has a fit of cough. Everyone instantly moves away from her and the shopkeeper says angrily, "Don't come into my shop if you are coughing." So three situations, three questions are here now. If you were there as a customer, what would you have done? If you were the shopkeeper, what would you have done? As a health worker, what would you advise or counsel? Hope you might have thought about it. Such situations occur also, no? Whenever we are going out for some or the other work, such things are coming. We encounter such things. So here what is expected is it is good for people to move away and keep a distance. However, as a fellow customer, anyone could give a polite advice to follow the correct respiratory hygiene. It is wrong for the shopkeeper to have shouted at Smita. This is stigmatizing behavior. Though everyone is scared, being rude is not helpful. It will just keep people away from reporting a problem if they feel discriminated against. The shopkeeper can also keep his shop infection free by wiping the counters with a disinfectant regularly. So here, children and parents, we might have been encountered people who are COVID positive in our neighborhood, our friends, or our relatives. And if we behave in this discriminated manner, what will happen? The people will feel like we are being discriminated. So next time, if somebody is getting the disease, he or she may not come forward to disclose that. They will not get their test done. They will feel like in a ghar pe it will be okay, we will get okay in 14 days or 15 days, which is again going to create problem and spread the disease. So such things should not be there. We should sympathize those people, okay? Counsel Smita that she must cover her face with a handkerchief when coughing. Suggest her to get medication at the hospital. Counsel the shopkeeper that anyone can have a cough and it need not be coronavirus infection. However, anyone can have the infection and therefore he can help by keeping a box of tissues and hand sanitizer on the counter or keep a washing station for people to wash their hand. Counsel people on respiratory hygiene. So here my purpose is that when we are going out in bank, in offices, parents are coming to our school and many places, we find that sanitizer is available over there. But are we using it every now and then? Are we that much alert now also, these days also, as we were doing earlier in the month of March, April, and May? So, this is just to remind that again we have to follow those things only very strictly, keep on using these sanitizers and all, and everywhere it is available. We should not think, it is now restaurant or what, we are not using, we are just entering, eating, and coming out. No, such things now at maximum should be avoided, and whatever is told to us by our government, our doctors, we should follow that. Here next is the social distancing. So social distancing deliberately increasing the physical space between people to avoid spreading illness, staying at least 1 meter away from other people lessens your chances of catching COVID-19. What we should do? Stay at home unless absolutely necessary. Keep a distance of at least 1 meter between yourself and other person. We as a parent have to go to outside for grocery, for ATM, for many other things. And what we should follow every time, we should keep in our mind that yes, we are standing at a distance with the people. These days, which we were not observing, no? Now, what we should not do? Do not hold events where people have to gather, even if it is a corner meeting with 3 or 4 friends or an evening chat on the chopper. Do not go to crowded places like markets, shopping malls, parties, and do not use public transport. Though the public transports are there, but those should be used in case of emergency only. That means that is the last option. It should be the last option. And here this is for the high risk group people who are the most loved ones, whom we love the most. These people are at the high risk. So what we should take care for them? High risk groups are people who are at a higher risk from severe illness if they get COVID-19. This includes older adults, our grandparents, our elder family members in the house, and people who have underlying medical conditions like heart disease, diabetes, lung disease, kidney disease, or on cancer medication. Pregnant women, as we do not know the impact of the disease on pregnancy as of yet, it is better to take care. So, this is here. And what is this? Children, you don't need to worry that much that if the disease is there, if somebody is caught by this COVID disease, corona, but still, what is there that children will be at a mild risk only. The disease is mild in them, but you will be carrier of the disease and you can transfer the disease to the elderly people of the family. So we should follow these things. Just a reminder session. I'm stopping this now. The screen share I have stopped. Hope the session was reminder session for all of us, including me. Through the session, I also got to know or to remind myself, yes, these were the norms which we were told to follow. And at some places, maybe we were not following that much, or now we were not that much strict because nowadays everything was getting on its normal pace. No, every offices are open, schools are open, bank is open, and we have to go to the shops and all. So, just a reminder session for this disease. Hope it was beneficial for you. You can give your suggestions or you can add some points, parents, if you wish. If you wish to, anyone? I can see Ojas' mother sitting there. She's smiling. Yes, ma'am. Can do you want to add something or suggest us something? Yeah, that is muted, no? Just minute, ma'am. I'm unmuting you. Unmute yourself.
Didn't.
Yes. Put on your video also, please. Again, it is muted. Anybody else if want to add something? Any child if want to add anything? Gaurav, Shashwat, please speak something. You are in 10th standard and you are the ones who are not able to attend the classes. And the simplest thing I would tell children, see, everyone is very much aware about the education, and education for all is very much important, we know, and we are not able to go to the school or get proper education in school. So things are not normal till now. So that is one basic thing which should always be in our mind, that when the schools are not open yet, that means the disease is still very serious and we should take proper precautions. Fine. So with this note, take care of yourself, follow all the norms, all the precautions. Thank you, dear parents, for your valuable time which you have given for this session, and hope the reminder is going to be beneficial for everyone in future. I end the meeting here. Take care, everyone.